Why was a human brain boiling in the middle of the Mexican ranch? It was spring break, 1989. Thousands of students filled the streets of South Pedro Island. Music, laughter, and the smell of salt in the air. Mark Kilroy was just another college kid, sunburned and smiling, chasing the last night of freedom before reality came back. He danced, he drank, he laughed with his friends, and when they crossed the border into Mexico for one more party, he still felt safe. The neon lights, the tequila bars, the endless noise, everything seemed normal. But somewhere between the music and the darkness, something or someone was already watching. The night was fading, the air heavy with smoke and laughter. Mark told his friends he'd be right back, just a few steps down the street. But those few steps were the last anyone saw him take. A white truck slowed beside him. No one noticed. A hand, a whisper, a sudden pull, and the music from the bar drowned out the sound of everything else. By the time his friends looked around, Mark was gone. No screams, no struggle, just silence. They took Mark to a place no map would ever show. A long empty road swallowed by the darkness, the sound of the truck echoing through the night. When they stopped, everything was quiet, too quiet. In the middle of the nowhere stood an old shack, covered in straight symbols and dried blood on the walls. Inside, the air was heavy. It smelled like smoke and something else, something rotten. Candles flickered, shadows danced, and a cold wind moved through the cracks like it was alive. Mark could hear them whispering. Their voices, calm, slow, almost gentle, but filled with something evil. He didn't understand the words, but he knew they were not praying to any god. He tried to scream, but the sound died in his throat. As one of them lifted a black book and started to chant louder, the others began to circle him, step by step. The light grew red, the air got colder. And then, silence. They were getting him ready. Ready for something he would never come back from. What they cooked that night was not food. Think you can handle part 2? Subscribe and find out.